Ayan, hello everyone at welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. Ayan, ako nga pala si Manny TV Vlogs at muling nagbabalik sa inyong harapan para magbigay ng panibagong update sa ating YouTube channel. Ayan, sa mga bago lamang po sa ating YouTube, ayan, huwag po natin kakalimutan na i-like at i-share or i-subscribe ang ating channel pag nagustuhan nyo yung reaction natin dito sa ating YouTube channel. Ayan, meron po akong kunting i-share lang sa inyo dahil ito po ay mainit-init na balita. Diba? Mainit-init pa po ito. Gusto ko lamang pong i-share sa inyo yung interview po kanina or sa hearing sa Quadcom po. Meron po kasing interview sila about po kay VP Sara. Hindi po siya naka-attend sa Senate hearing. Hindi po siya naka-attend kasi nga nasa Netherlands po siya. Bali po, naka-online lang po siya na nakausap ni Senator Amy Marcos. Ayan. Ang sabi kasi ni Senator Amy Marcos is iimbestigahan niya nga yung nangyari doon sa paghuli po kay former President Duterte. Diba? Dito, ito yung naabangan ko kasi dito natin makikita kung talaga bang ipagtatanggol ni Senator Amy Marcos etong mga Duterte kung sino yung kinakampihan niya. Pero siyempre, dito naman is kailangan niyang maging fair, diba? Ito, pakinggan niyo po. Ito, bago mainit-init pa po itong balita na to. Ito po yung interview kay VP Sara sa kanya. Wait lang. Kailangan maliit lang. Masyadong malaki. Diba? Para naman makita tayo. Play na po natin.
Mga kababayan, on March 11, 2025, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte was forcibly taken by the Philippine National Police upon his arrival at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. He was brought to Villamor Air Base, a military air base, detained for nearly 12 hours.
Bali ito, kwento po ni VP Sara yung nangyari sa military air base, di ba? Yung nandito sila yung inanuhan ng warrant of arrest. Pero hindi daw po yun warrant of arrest pa, bali red notice pa lang po yun. Kasi bali hindi pa po na si Xerox daw yung warrant of arrest. Siguro mga ilang oras pa muna bago makaano. Kaya ganon, kinikwento ni VP Sara yung nangyari doon sa airport, sa Terminal 3. Naalala ko po yun kasi sinabihan din kami na mga vlogger na lalapag po si former President Duterte na galing po siya ng Hong Kong, lalapag po siya sa Terminal 3 na para i-congrats yung magandang event na nangyari sa Hong Kong, na napaka-successful po yung nangyari sa Hong Kong. Kaya pinapupunta po kaming lahat. Ngayon, hindi rin namin na-expect na doon mismo is nandun na po si Torre, diba? Nandun na, nakaabang na, napakarami na po yung mga pulis na nandoon, diba? Kaya nabigla po kaming lahat, nabigla po tayong lahat sa nangyari. Pero alam naman po ni former president na meron siyang warrant of arrest, alam naman po niya yun. Pero bakit pinili niya pa rin umuwi ng Pinas, diba? Kasi gusto niyang harapin, na hindi nila isipin na takot ang mga Duterte, di ba? Para hindi nila isipin na ganoon. Tapos tumatakbo po si former president ng mayor. Syempre, pag once hindi siya umuwi, medyo masisira po yung kanilang pangalan, or di ba? Mga ganoon, parang ganoon, di ba? Kasi pakinggan niyo na ulit to.
Hours, and then flown out of the country on a private jet to The Hague. All allegedly because of a warrant issued by the International Criminal Court. This was patently an illegal arrest. This constitutes extraordinary rendition. A Filipino citizen, a former president, was taken into custody without a valid warrant issued by a Philippine court, without due process and without any legal basis under our laws.
Bali, parang ang hinahanap ni VP Sara dito, dapat meron din warrant of arrest yung Supreme Court. Bakit yung ano lang yung merong warrant of arrest, di ba? Ito, pakinggan nyo, para mas maliwanagan tayong lahat.
The Constitution is clear. Section 2, Article 3 of our Constitution explicitly states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures of whatever nature or for any purpose shall be inviolable, and no search warrant or warrant of arrest shall issue except upon probable cause to be determined personally by the judge after examination under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witnesses he may produce, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This means that for an arrest to be lawful, it must be carried out pursuant to a warrant issued by a Filipino judge of a Philippine court. Nasaan po ang warrant of arrest na inisyu ng hukuman ng Pilipinas? Wala. Without a...
Ayan, yan po yung ipinaglalaban ni VP Sara at ayan po yung pilit niyang hinahanap kasi dapat meron talaga tayong warrant of arrest ng Supreme Court. Kasi yung warrant of arrest na yan, yung inaano sa kanya is from ICC po yan. Dapat yun talagang ipinaglaban. Diba? Dapat yung mga government natin dito, dapat naisip din nila yun. Kaso lang bakit hinayaan nila? Diba? Kaya pumalag itong si VP Sara. Diba? Kasi tama din naman po yung kanyang ipinaglalaban.
Valid warrant from a Philippine court, this was at best a warrantless arrest. Under the rules of court, warrantless arrests are only permitted in 3 instances: in flagrante delicto, hot pursuit, and escaped prisoner. None of these circumstances applied to the case of the former president. So, what was the legal basis of his arrest? The authorities acted solely on an ICC warrant, a document that has no legal effect in the Philippines unless reviewed and validated by a Philippine court. In fact, even assuming without conceding that the government itself wished to recognize and enforce the ICC's warrant, it still violated the Rome Statute itself. Even by ICC standards, the former president should have been brought before a Philippine judge to determine the validity of his arrest before he was handed over to a foreign court. Under Article 59 of the Rome Statute, a state party which has received a request for arrest and surrender shall immediately take steps to arrest the person in question in accordance with its laws and the provisions of Part 9 and shall bring that person before the competent judicial authority in that state. Yan ang sinasabi ko paulit-ulit nung nasa labas ako ng gate ng Villamor Air Base. And why was this not done? If they claim to abide by international law and statutes.
Diba, sinabi ni VP Sara, yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo nung nasa labas pa lang ako ng gate. Kaso nga lang, ang nangyari po, hindi po pinapasok si VP Sara. Yung ibang mga abogado ni VP Sara, ni Duterte, hindi po pinapasok. Baski nga ni si Senador Bongo, hindi nakapasok doon sa, kung nasaan man si Tatay Digong that time. Bali, ang nandun lang sa loob yung bodyguard ni, yung personal bodyguard ni former President Duterte. Diba? Tapos yung isang abogado, tapos yung si Medialdea, tsaka yung dalawa, yung mag-ina. Yun lang po yung nandun sa loob. Na, eto nga, nakita din sa video, yung paghatak ni Torre doon kay yung nakaputi na barong. Hindi ko alam kung sino yon. Pero alam ko, baka siguro abogado niya yon or kasama, diba? Hindi natin alam. Pero baalala ka po kayo, i-comment nyo na lang po dyan kung sino yon. Diba? Hinatak po yun. Nakita ko lang po sa video. Pinakita din po ni Senator Amy Marcos kanina lang.
Then why did they conveniently choose to ignore this provision? The fact remains that we are no longer a state party to the Rome Statute. We are no longer a member of the ICC. In fact, in a letter dated December 15, 2023, the President himself wrote to me, With respect to your concerns, legal or otherwise, on the investigation to be conducted by the International Criminal Court into the previous administration's war on drugs, I remain steadfast in my resolve that the jurisdiction of the ICC over the Republic of the Philippines after the effectivity of its withdrawal therefrom is very much in question. To this end, this government will not assist the ICC in any way, shape, or form.
Tama.
So if the government itself has declared non-cooperation with the ICC, why did the PNP violate this very policy and enforce a foreign warrant? Even granting for the sake of argument that we have some duty to cooperate with either the ICC or Interpol, does that duty override the fundamental rights of every Filipino enshrined in our Constitution? What happened on March 11, 2025 is not just about one man. It is about all of us. It is about the country. If a former president can be taken without due process, what stops them from doing the same to any other Filipino? Therefore, we must dare to ask more questions. Under whose authority did the PNP act? Why did they enforce a foreign warrant without a Philippine court order? Why didn't they at least bring PRRD before a judge as required by the Rome Statute itself? Even more disturbing is the silence.
Ayan na, ipinaliwanag ni VP Sara lahat. Sinabi niya yung mga ginawa sa kanila doon. Sinabi niya kung ano yung mga violation nila.
Of the armed forces of the Philippines. Why did the AFP stand idly by while a former commander-in-chief was taken from a...
Di ba napansin nyo, bakit sila matatakot na tatakbuhan ni Duterte yung nangyari doon sa airbase? Bakit niya tatakbo? Matanda na yan, hindi niya na kayang tumakbo. Di ba? Pwede naman nilang kausapin ng maayos na yun eh. Tapos ang dami-dami nilang mga sundalo na nandoon, may mga pulis. O sa tingin niyo makakatakas pa yung matanda? Syempre hindi na, di ba? Tapos hindi pa nila pinayagan kung ano yung nire-request ng matanda.
Military base under questionable circumstances.
Tapos doon pa sila sa
How could they
military
allow a
base?
foreign tribunal to override on our constitutional guarantees? We have now lost a former president. I pray that we do not lose the country next.
Yes.
Your Honor, Senators Cayetano and Marcos and other senators present, alam naman natin lahat at alam nila na mali ang ginawa nila.
O, di ba? O, ang lakas ng loob ni VP Sara magsalita dito. Di ba? Ang galing. O, di ba? Alam naman nating lahat na meron talaga silang violation. Maling-mali yung ginawa nila. Kasi ang ICC, wala na pong karapatan dito sa ating bansa. Pero bakit pinayagan nila na arestuhin si former President Duterte? Na 80 years old. Puwersa pa sila. Diba, nakita nyo sa video, hinila pa yung isa na nakabarong, nakaputi. Hinila, hinatak ni Torre.
Ginawa nila yon just to demolish political opponents. This is all about politics. The administration is using government resources, the ICC, to demolish the opposition. Wala na tayong argument. Mali ang ginawa. Ang tanong ngayon, ano ang gagawin natin para maibalik ang dating Pangulo sa Pilipinas? Kasi nag-iisa ako ngayon dito na gumagawa ng paraan para maibalik ang ating dating Pangulo sa ating bayan. Thank you.
Ayan. Tapos na po yung sinabi ni VP Sara. O di ba, may ginagawa na pong lahat ni VP Sara para makabalik po ng Pilipinas yung ating dating Pangulo. Di ba? Kaya bilib din ako kay VP Sara kasi hindi niya po pinabayaan yung kanyang ama sa gitna ng laban. Kagaya niya, napakalayo po ng Netherlands. Napakalayo po yan na biyahe. Kaya talagang yung suporta niya para sa kanyang ama, yung ginagawa niya lahat para hindi po mapabayaan si former president doon sa Netherlands. Kumuha na rin po siya ng mga abogado niya sa loob ng ICC. Mga dalawa po yun eh. Hindi na po nila sinama si Harry Roque kasi nga syempre meron na siyang kinakarap na problema ngayon, magiging lang yun, magulo lang, 'di ba? Mas maganda yung may bagong abogado si former president na galing sa ICC, at least malinis at maayos at pulido po yung paglaban nila dito sa ICC, or para may panalo nila yung laban, 'di ba? Wala silang iniisip na iba kundi at least kahit papaano yung mga mga abogado doon, talagang sure. 'Di ba? Nakita napanood din natin yung abogado na nakuha ni VP Sara is napaka-confident niya na maipapanalo yung laban at maipapabalik sa Pilipinas si former President Duterte. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa mga nanood sa ating YouTube ngayon, sa mga upload video natin, at antabay lang po kayo at maya po ay maggagawa po tayo ng reaction about dito sa nangyayari. Total na ganito, pinag-usapan naman na sa Senate, di ba? Nalalaman din natin yung panibagong update dito. Maraming salamat po, and see you sa next na vlog natin, and bye-bye po.